Well, hey there. Today's video is going to give you all of the knowledge you need to beat Minecraft beginning to end. I'm going to be going through this guide rapid fire style since there is a lot to cover, and I won't be covering every single detail about every single little menu and item within the game, but hopefully after this video is over, you're more confident than ever before to give it all a try on your own. Whether you're a longtime player or you just got this game over the holiday break, I hope you wind up learning a thing or two. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. When you fire up Minecraft, you'll get a screen that looks like this or this. You can play Minecraft on your own, set up a custom server when you've gotten more experienced, or you can buy a Minecraft realm for a pretty hassle-free way to set up a server that allows you to play with a bunch of your friends. If you're on Pocket Edition, you can play with anyone who's on Pocket Edition, regardless of what phone or tablet they have. For now, I'm gonna stick to single player. Creating your own world is very easy. There are two primary game modes when creating a world, survival and creative. On PC, there's also hardcore mode, which is just survival mode on hard difficulty, but with only one life. Creative mode allows you to fly around and freely build with whatever blocks you want. If you want to get used to the controls of the game, as well as configure things like video settings, if your device is kind of old, then give it a try. For the rest of you, we're going to choose survival. For difficulty, there's peaceful, easy, medium, and hard, and on PC, there's hardcore. In order to fully beat the game, you'll need to choose anything but peaceful mode. In peaceful mode, hostile mobs like creepers, skeletons, zombies, and endermen can't spawn. However, you can change this option after creating your world in the options menu. I'm going to go ahead and leave everything else as it is and start up the world. So welcome to Minecraft. In front of you is a giant open voxel world that spans over 10 million blocks in each direction. It'd take a few years of continuous walking to get all the way to the other side, so let's just call it infinite. Your first job is gonna be to collect some wood. After that, you're on your own. No, I'm just kidding. Now that you have some wood, it's time to start crafting. But this is where the Java edition and the Pocket edition of Minecraft are going to be the most different. On Pocket edition, you just hit this button, hit that button, and the game guides you through crafting any of the items that you're gonna need based on the materials that you have. On Minecraft Java, crafting is largely the same, but you'll have to manually draw the items that you want for every item that you want to craft every single time. I'd recommend using the Minecraft wiki for looking up specific recipes. Either way, the first order of business is to use your wooden logs to make wooden planks, then use 4 wooden planks to create a crafting table. The crafting table is where you'll craft nearly all of your tools, weapons, armor, items, etc., since your main inventory is very limited in what you can craft. And these are all things that I'll be showing you how to craft today. Yeah, that's a lot, I know, but I'll be getting into them as they're needed. For now, I'm just going to explain your basic tools. There's the sword, the pickaxe, the shovel, the wood chopping axe, and the hoe. The sword is your main melee weapon against mobs, the pickaxe allows you to mine through rocks and ores, the shovel allows you to easily dig up dirt, sand, and gravel, the axe makes chopping wood much faster, and the hoe is used to prepare land with water next to it for farming. But you see how I crafted all of these tools with sticks and wooden planks? Well, you can also craft upgraded versions of all of these tools by finding various resources out in the vast open world. Let's go over what some of those resources are. So let's go over these in order. There's coal, stone, iron, diamonds, gold, redstone, lapis, and emeralds. But today, for the sake of simplicity, I'll only be focusing on the first 4. The rest are up to you to discover. First up is coal. If you want to see in the darkness of night, you'll need some of these to make some torches. Be sure you get a bunch of them for later, since you'll need them to start cooking stuff. But how do you get coal? Well, first, you'll need to learn how to craft some tools. Now, I know you all probably want to get your hands on diamond tools first, since they are the best, but it's a gradual process and it takes a little bit of time. So to get them, you'll need to get an iron pickaxe, and to get that, you'll need a stone pickaxe, and to get a stone pickaxe, you'll need to craft a wooden pickaxe with the wood that you already have. So use the wooden pick to get stone, then use stone blocks plus sticks to create stone tools, use a stone pickaxe to get iron ore, then create a furnace with 8 stone blocks, throw the iron ore in, use coal as fuel, take the cooked iron ingots, and now you can make iron tools. And once you have iron tools, you can mine up those sweet, sweet diamonds and get all of the best tools in all of Minecraft. Whew. That was a lot of information, and I don't blame you if you got a little bit lost, but this all gets really easy really quickly, especially after you've been doing this a few times. You may have noticed after doing all of this work in game that this little bar called your hunger bar has started to go down. And if this thing gets below 3 hunger pork chop bars, you won't be able to sprint anymore. And if it runs all the way out, you'll start starving to death and taking damage. So to prevent starving to death, you'll need to grab some raw food by killing passive mobs like pigs, cows, or sheep, and then cook their food in a furnace like we did with the iron ore before to restore your hunger. You can also craft a fishing pole, collect fish, and cook them as well. Or you can collect wheat seeds from tall grass, till grass that is next to water sources, plant it and wait for it to grow, and then craft some bread. Whichever method you choose is up to you, but killing mobs to get food is a much quicker and much more efficient option than the other options. So you've got some tools, you've got some food, and you've been playing Minecraft for 15-ish minutes or more. Well, you may have noticed that the sun is starting to go down in your Minecraft world. When the world itself gets dark, hostile mobs are gonna begin to spawn like creepers, skeletons, zombies, and endermen, and you gotta be ready for them. So next up, we're gonna craft some armor to protect yourself, and there's 4 different types of armor that you can craft: leather, iron, gold, and diamonds. So again, I'm gonna ignore gold since it's just not worth it, nor is leather armor really worth it. I'd recommend just sticking to iron or diamond armor for now. There's 4 different pieces of armor as well: the helmet, the chest plate, leggings, and boots. To make a full set, you're gonna need 24 iron ingots or 24 diamonds, and the more armor you have, the less damage you're gonna take from mobs. From here on out, I'll only be explaining what is absolutely necessary for defeating the Ender Dragon. The rest of the game, aside from that, is up to you to discover. So now that you've got some armor, tools, and food, it's time to go to the Nether dimension to grab some stuff. Yeah, there's a dimension called the Nether. You may have noticed on your travels this mysterious purple block that resides near lava and water. Well, it's called obsidian, and it's made from lava and water, and you're going to need to collect a bare minimum of 10 obsidian, and it can only be mined with a diamond pickaxe specifically. So be really careful while you're mining it though, since lava might still be underneath or to the side of it that can very easily kill you. With 10 obsidian, craft a doorway that looks just like this. Dig up some gravel until you get flint, craft a flint and steel using flint and an iron ingot, light up the nether portal, and climb in. Be really careful though. The Nether is an extremely dangerous place and it's extremely hostile. Don't hit any of the zombie pigmen that you see walking around, and watch out for ghasts flying all around shooting at you. Your goal is to find one of these structures, a nether fortress, and within this nether fortress is this little guy, aka a blaze spawner, which will spawn a mob called the Blaze. These guys drop blaze rods, to which you're going to need to grab about 10 or more of. 20 would be a pretty safe bet. And once you have them, you're completely done in the Nether. Just go ahead and head back to your portal and head back to the overworld. So now that you've got some blaze rods and you're back in the overworld, well, what do you do with them? Well, now that you're becoming a serious Minecraft pro, there's a good chance that you've taken on and completely destroyed some of the hostile mobs that wanted to kill you in the overworld. It's okay, you totally got this. And one of these mobs was probably this tall and skinny guy called the Enderman. The Enderman isn't actually hostile until you look at him, at which point it'll immediately charge at you, and if it hits you, it deals a lot of damage. If you manage to kill it, however, it might drop some of these blue balls called ender pearls, and that's what you need now. Take the blaze rods that you got before, craft them into blaze powder, and then combine them with all of the ender pearls that you have to make Eyes of Ender. With an Eye of Ender in your hand, right click or hit the use button to throw them into the air while you're in the main overworld. Pay close attention to where it floats to. The direction it floats to is the direction to the nearest stronghold, which is your next and final destination. So from here, use the Eyes of Ender carefully and sparingly, since throwing them does have a chance of them breaking in mid-air after they've been used. But follow their lead until they start suddenly shifting where they float to, and eventually they'll float down into the ground. You are now right above the stronghold. Find your own way down in as safe a manner as you can. Explore the stronghold until you come across this room. This is the incomplete portal to the End Realm, where the Ender Dragon and the final boss of this video resides. You see these empty spots on the outside of the portal? Fill these in with any remaining Eyes of Ender that you have until the portal activates. Prepare yourself, maybe set your spawn point by sleeping in a bed, because it's time for the showdown with the Ender Dragon. Prepare yourself with an inventory kind of like mine, and dive on in. So the Ender Dragon fight itself is pretty simple, but it's really easy to mess up. This is the End Realm. You're going to spawn on an obsidian floor like this, and you'll have to make your way to the center of the island. On the island, there are a bunch of tall obsidian pillars with ender crystals on the top that heal the Ender Dragon while they're active. Your mission is to destroy all of these ender crystals and then slay the Ender Dragon. Taking out the exposed crystals is pretty easy. Just hit them with a bow shot or a snowball. Yeah, those actually work. But for the crystals that are protected by iron bars, things get more complicated. You're going to have to use ladders or blocks to get up the tower, mine out one or more of the iron bars, and then destroy the ender crystal within. I'd recommend exposing the crystal by destroying some iron bars, climbing down, and then hitting it at range, since if you hit it in melee range, it'll deal a lot of damage to you if you're really close to it. With all of the ender crystals down, it's time to focus solely on the Ender Dragon. He pretty much just flies around, shooting fireballs at you. If the fireballs he shoots lands on the ground, it'll create a puddle that you're gonna want to avoid pretty much entirely. Every so often, however, the Ender Dragon will charge the center of the End Island. When all of the ender crystals are down and he charges the center of the island, it's your time to strike. Get right behind the dragon and deal as many hits as you can until he eventually flies off. Repeat the process of hitting him, dodging his attacks, until eventually you'll drain all of his health away, and bam! You have defeated the Ender Dragon. Congratulations, you've reached the end of Minecraft. Grab the experience that's laying around and hop into the newly formed End Portal. You have beaten Minecraft. Great job. Wow, that was the longest scripted video I've ever done. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like on it, because that lets me know how many people genuinely enjoyed the video, and it helps out a lot. But after all that action, I'm really tired now, so that about does it for me. I hope you all enjoyed this video. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.